Losing things in life is inevitable. It's going to happen to all of us at some point in time, and this also includes boating. If you boat long enough, you're going to experience some sort of loss during your boating lifetime. Now, some of those losses will be easy, like this crew here who's just happened to lose a little air. Other times it's going to be a whole lot more costly than that. But today we're going to explore some of that, things you can lose in boating.
Broncos guru!
Now, one of the easiest things to lose when you're out on the water, well, that's going to be losing control. We see it happen all the time. We get sent videos every single day of people out on the water losing control of their vessel somehow. Now, many times this can be due to an accident. Maybe somebody accidentally hit the throttle, they accidentally fell, or it was some sort of mechanical failure. And other times, well, it's going to be because somebody was doing something they shouldn't have been doing out there. Now, one clear-cut sign when you're out on the water and you're doing something you shouldn't be doing that might be getting you into trouble, you see somebody on the bank pulling out a camera to record you, that's probably your sign that you're not doing something right. Now, when you lose control of the vessel, sometimes you'll lose more than just the boat. You might lose yourself, and of course, you can always lose a friend over it as well. Now, of course, losing control is definitely not the only way to lose things on the water. There are going to be many situations where you'll definitely be in full control and still will lose things out there. Maybe because you made a poor choice or tried to risk something that you shouldn't have risked. Now, as with any risk in life, after you have the loss, you've got a decision to make. Do you keep going or turn back? In that situation, I think I probably would have kept going. Sometimes you'll be faced with a lose-lose situation in boating. It's been raining for 10 days. It's your only day off and you want to go out fishing with the boys. But you know that if you go, there's a chance you might lose something, and if you stay home, you're going to lose the day of fishing. And speaking of fishing and loss, well, if you're a fisherman in boating, you're probably going to lose a little sleep because the early bird gets the worm. You need to be out there at the butt crack of dawn to try and get your fin. But as you can see, there are opportunities to go back out there and regain that sleep, and heck, maybe you'll gain a new friend as well. And of course, it looks like I spoke a little too soon. As soon as I thought a boater gained something, they took the L there also. So far, all the losses we've talked about in boating pretty much have been ones you will see coming, but what about those losses that happen unexpectedly, such as mechanical failure? It's not that uncommon for you to be out on the water and all of a sudden something goes wrong. Mechanical failure is one of those ones that really stinks. Many times you will not have any signs, all of a sudden something will happen and it can cause you to lose precious water time. Other times with mechanical failure, you will have signs, like the last 5 times you've towed the boat. There was grease coming out of the bearings because the bearings had gotten so hot, but you chose to ignore those warning signs, and then all of a sudden you have to pay the price later. Now, the next loss we'll talk about is going to be when you actually lose the boat itself. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, BG, how in the world am I going to lose my boat? Well, let us count the ways. There are plenty of ways for you to lose your boat when you're out there trying to enjoy a day on the water. And this is just one of them, but there are several others. And some people won't just lose the boat. Sometimes people like to one-up each other and they will take it to extremes. Like our dude here. He winds up losing the boat, the trailer, and the truck. But it doesn't mean you have to lose the boat to end your day out on the water. There are certain vital parts of your boat that if you lose them, your day is done as well. Like losing power and you wind up needing a tow-in. Now, these guys don't think that's enough, so they decide they want to take it to extreme to see what else they can lose. Now, of course, one of the biggest places we see loss in boating is gonna be the boat ramp. I mean, for most people, this is where your boating day starts and where your boating day ends. And a lot of times, those starts and those endings don't always go the way we planned. So if you're gonna go out there and go boating, try and give yourself the best chance of success. And the ways of doing that, especially at the boat ramp, 1, make sure you have the proper vehicle to tow the boat that you're trying to launch or retrieve. 2, probably make sure you have the proper trailer to try and launch or retrieve that boat as well. And then, of course, take all the extra safety precautions you can, like making sure your winch is actually locked and you have the safety chain attached from your trailer to the bow eye of the vessel, making sure all your trailer lights work, making sure again that the boat ramp is in good sufficient condition for you to even attempt to try and pull your boat out, and also make sure your safety chains are attached from the trailer to your vehicle. It might just save your boat. Now, as we know, in boating it's bust out another 1,000, so our goal in losses in boating is try and make them as minimal as we can. We want to enjoy as much of our time as uptime out on the water versus downtime because of something we lost. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Adam Coolidge, Hootenberg, James Gibson, Lordy Bulldog, Mike Victor 4, Mitchells, Motion Fishing, Pusada Pimenta Fishing, Saudi Grit, and TCB Guides did this week, and if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.